host today, so here I am. I am a new Lyft driver, and I've also started a YouTube channel called Steph on the Pedal, where I'm documenting my journey as a new driver. Today, I'm going to share with you my experience with my first 2 weeks driving for Lyft, and I'll also share my earnings with you. But before we get started with the video, if you're interested in signing up for either Uber or Lyft, and you'd like to receive a sign-on bonus of up to $1,000, please do use the link in the description to get that sign-on bonus. I think overall, I really do enjoy driving for Lyft. I can turn the app on and off whenever I want. I'm my own boss. I make my own schedule, and I can go drive or not drive whenever I want to. There aren't many jobs where you have that kind of flexibility, and that's really the biggest benefit, in my opinion, of driving. I think the worst thing for me is probably sitting for such a long period of time. And, you know, if this is just a side gig for you, then you don't have to sit for a long time. You can go drive for a couple hours, 2-3 hours, and then, you know, if you want to drive more, take a couple hours off and go back. I personally kind of like to do it all at once because I don't think that I would take a break and go back to driving later. Just imagine what you feel like when you take a road trip and you're doing that constantly and you just feel like that all the time. So that's gotta be the biggest downfall to driving, is literally just sitting in a car for an extended period of time. So I think, you know, it's good to get up and walk around and do some stretching so you aren't just cooped up for 8 hours in a car and not moving. That's not healthy. All right, I know why you're really here. Let's go over my earnings for the first 2 weeks. So April 26th, I drove for 6 hours and 45 minutes and I made $151.11. And let's go into Saturday, April 27th. I drove for 4 hours and 58 minutes and I made $91.68. All right, on the 30th, I drove for 7 hours and 33 minutes and I made $115.60. On the 1st, I drove for 1 hour and 14 minutes and made $16.40. Obviously, I didn't really feel like driving that day. On the 2nd, I drove for 9 hours and 10 minutes and I made $119.11. On the 4th, I drove for 9 hours and 8 minutes and I made $238.19. On the 6th, I drove for 6 hours and 10 minutes and made $135.73. On the 8th, I drove 4 hours and 4 minutes and made $96.10. On the 9th, I drove 4 hours and 2 minutes and made $71.24. And finally, on the 10th, my last day of the 2 weeks, I drove 3 hours and 34 minutes and I made $84.70. So in those 2 weeks, I drove roughly 56 hours and my hourly breakdown before expenses ended up being about $20 an hour. Now, am I happy with that? I don't think it's bad. But at the same time, I do feel like I have a lot of learning to do. So one thing that I've noticed as a new driver is that I've made plenty of mistakes and I think I'm kind of learning the hard way. So I think that's to be expected from the beginning. You'll get in your groove, I'm sure, after some time, figure out where you should be driving and what the best practices are for you to make the most per hour. So I do know a woman in my area that makes 25 to 30 per hour driving, and my goal is to get a little closer to that. I think the best advice I can give you is to ask questions. So if you have any friends that you know that drive, ask them what they do. Go join a local Facebook group, and that's a great resource. This channel, the Rideshare Hub, go flip back through the videos. There's plenty of good advice in here. Just keep learning so you can make the most out of your driving experience. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, if you're interested in signing up to be a Lyft or an Uber driver and you'd like a sign-on bonus of up to $1,000, do use the link in the description. Also, if you'd like to follow my journey, come see me at Steph on the Pedal on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe for more Uber and Lyft videos. And this has been another episode of the Rideshare Hub. See you next time.